Hello everyone,
Let's be careful, gentlemen. We're not alone.
Space Oyster here, and welcome back to Spec Ops The Line. No need for another last time little bit on this episode, because again, it starts off about exactly where we left off.
Smell that? Someone's definitely been living down here.
If you can call it that.
Yeah, I'd call it survival. Probably been this way since the first storms hit.
Life's hard. Doesn't give him a reason to start killing soldiers.
The American we saw upstairs.
Found a doll in the OZ. No way it's left over from the old days. Diamond earrings for eyes, silk for a dress. This was made after the storm wall fell. That means children, families. I'm starting to wonder about our enemy. We're not that far from Conrad's failed evac. Could these be the survivors? Are we killing the people we came here to save? I'm not gonna tell Adams or Lugo. Shit's hot enough as it is. They don't need this weight on them, too. Anyone shooting at us is an enemy. Whether they got families or not.
This gave him a reason.
Yeah, but why?
Wish I knew.
Very morbid stuff, including all these drawings that the kids apparently made. Ugh. I don't know if Walker made the right call not telling Lugo and Adams, but I guess it's a good idea that he didn't.
Got a light up ahead.
Go take a look.
You're the boss.
He mentions things are pretty stressful, but the game hasn't really hit its
Come on, follow me.
most breaking moments quite yet. But the characters do.
Everyone be cool. We got civilians down here.
Nice place.
You guys seeing this shit? Silk curtains, silverware, some nice crystal. Fuck, they got a piano too? I'm in the wrong line of work.
Lugo, quiet.
Sorry.
Yeah, but these characters do start to show a lot more stress before the biggest points.
Christ. These soldiers were massacred.
Nah. Look how they're lined up. This was an execution.
Just like the Kabul death squads.
Shit.
Yeah. Shit.
But that might just be me being a bit more sociopathic than
Someone's
these
here.
guys.
Follow me and stay quiet.
And not really reacting too much to the things that are already wearing on them.
We're gonna keep at this until you tell me what I want to know. How many soldiers are stationed at the water depot?
Get your licks in while you can, Agent. 33rd's on their way here right now.
Damn can't save you. The 33rd lost their balls the day they went rogue.
Fuck you. Dubai would be at peace if you hadn't stirred up the locals. I'm killing soldiers again. Did you really think we weren't gonna fight back?
We hoped you would. The CIA doesn't start what it can't finish.
Well, now's the time to prove it. Because I'm not telling you shit.
No! What the hell?
Hold your fire!
Lower your weapon.
I look stupid to you?
No. That's why you're gonna point that pistol somewhere else.
Lower your weapon. I'll lower mine.
Not gonna happen.
You can shoot him if you want.
You got a name?
McPherson. First Lieutenant. You?
Walker, Captain. We found your friend at the plane. He told us where to find you.
Really? Where's he at?
He didn't make it.
Why am I not surprised?
So what? You think we killed him?
I didn't say that.
You're not saying much of anything, Lieutenant.
Article 4, Captain. You gotta speak to my commander.
Well, where's he at?
By now, I'd imagine he's just downstairs.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Why don't you wait here? I'll go get him.
Many players probably aren't aware that you even can shoot that guy, and I was tempted to do that to show you can, but
Check the body.
it makes no sense to actually kill him. So I didn't.
He wasn't lying. Tagged the CIA.
Shit. That's just what we needed.
Anyway, down the rabbit hole we go, and we'll find our next intel item right here.
As originally reported upon first arrival, situation in Dubai dismal. That's an understatement. Civilians have turned into vultures. Stealing, rioting. Hell, I saw a man gutted over a can of soda. It's a mess here. Soldiers trying to keep martial law, only making it worse. No way to radio HQ from inside the storm wall. Agent Daniels has left the OZ to report our findings and receive further instructions. Langley's not gonna like what we have to say. Got a feeling they'll return the favor.
God damn. All this stuff is CIA.
This must have been their safe house.
Hiding behind civilians? Not the manliest of tactics.
It's normal for the CIA.
Yeah, but killing U.S. soldiers isn't.
Look, I don't know their names, but they're CIA. Who else could they be? You know our orders. Here they are. Take them out. Grenade! Return fire!
Yeah, killing that guy avoids this ambush here.
Can't reach them from here.
So,
Those were soldiers. Our own guys.
It was self-defense.
Doesn't make me feel any better.
It's not supposed to.
so killing him can make this section a smidge easier, but yeah, there really wasn't much reason to.
Y'all stand back.
And that intel item was probably
Got daylight up ahead.
That's our exit. Follow it.
commentary on American interventionalism.
What? The 33rd's chasing down civilians.
Shit! Return fire! Soldiers! They will kill us if we don't! Now open fire!
But I don't know if it was intentional or if, like the anti-war thing, it was an unintended consequence from the themes they wanted to explore.
God damn it, we are not CIA!
It's
We're Delta Force. We're here to help.
Do the words friendly fucking fire mean anything to you? Jesus Christ! We're not CIA!
it's very important to note that before Walker gives that command to Adams and Lugo to start firing on these guys, you do have, well, I should say, we have to have killed at least one American. If not the guys who ambushed us, then the guy who was being held hostage that we came to save. This section kind of really sucks because they throw a lot of grenades. And by a lot, I mean a lot. It's horrible.
Watch out! Watch it! Shotgun headed up! We got a man down!
Ugh. See, one grenade took out Adams and Lugo right away, then they immediately threw another, and then after that one exploded, they threw another, and guess what? They're probably, yeah, threw another.
Shit, these guys aren't letting up!
One interesting thing the PvP in this game actually did that more games in this genre should probably mimic is that you have the option to actually throw a rock, and it shows up on other players' UI as a grenade being thrown to try and flush them
That's
out.
all of them.
Interesting, but it doesn't really work out. And it said no firearms in the camp, so it looks like we're coming up on a civilian or a refugee camp. But before that, we have a scene.
We need to keep moving before more soldiers show up.
You mean more American soldiers?
Rogue soldiers. It's clear the 33rd is no longer acting as part of the U.S. Army.
So what do we do?
If we're gonna sort this out, we need to find John Conrad.
How's that help? You just said the 33rd were rogue.
Conrad wouldn't abandon his duty. The 33rd may be hostile, but I guarantee the Colonel isn't part of it.
How can you be sure?
Because I know the man. Now get that open.
Not a problem.
Yeah, that's probably a plot hole here. I think Adams would have likely relieved Walker of command and turned the group around at this point. Walker is at worst unhinged or making a very bad call at best.
I know I'm pretty, but take a fucking picture.
But that could just be me projecting.
33rd's running with civilians. Why?
Shit.
You're gonna kill them all.
Can't let that happen, Walker.
I'm going to.
Let's hurry up and get down. Follow me.
Yeah, that could just be me projecting or thinking Adams would do that because I know things are going to go horribly from this point forward.
There was no reason for any of this. We made a truce. You broke it. We gave you a chance to surrender, and you ignored it. Why? Why? I mean, why would you do that? You chose this, not us. You know, the piece I can offer you now is this. Perfect news.
Hostile down! Enemy on
The game automatically switches your weapons when you run out of ammo, and I keep forgetting about that. Anyway, I guess at this point I can talk about the role of the female characters in this game. For the most part, female characters really only show up as civilians. Basically, women exist in Spec Ops to be victims. But at the same time, that serves its own function, and besides being just not intentionally misogynist, but rather the function of highlighting when you're dealing with mostly civilians. Since you're not running into women when you're fighting just soldiers, then when you see a lady around, you know you're dealing with people who shouldn't be in a combat zone. Of course, that's probably not enough to justify it for some people, but it does make sense, and it provides contrast for basically who we're dealing with. You see women, you know you're around civilians. You don't, you know that there are no civilians around. Simple. I decided to pick the scar thingy back up again because, well, I mean, I was out of ammo for both the other guns I was holding. I might as well take the one that can also get rockets. Or, not rockets, but grenades. And then the grenade launcher, because grenade launcher. Yeah, I usually have a lot of difficulty in this section. Now, one other thing. They mentioned near the start that, the 33rd intends to kill the civilians here, and I don't really know how they came to that conclusion. Maybe it was something all the people here were saying, maybe in Farsi, which again is a language commonly spoken in parts of Afghanistan, like Kabul. But yeah. Don't really know how they figured that out. Also, that lady there, she's alive, and you can totally kill her if you want to. I really don't know why you'd even want to, but you can. But I'm not going to do that, because I'm not a monster. I mean, this game might disagree, but that's not the point. You get a combat section right here where you have the high ground, and then we move a bit lower where we fight them on even ground, and then yeah, basically your objective is always to keep moving forward. The game is constantly pressuring you to do that, which is part of the reason why the PvP doesn't work as well in this game. PvP encourages you to hold still and camp, but all of the game's mechanics encourage you to charge forward.
Careful! That turret's waiting for us down there! Keep moving! Get out of his line of fire! One down!
So the PvP and the single-player campaign are heavily at odds with each other in terms of their gameplay.
Watch it! Shotgun headed our way!
Like, I think enemies are programmed to keep spawning until you hit a certain point. Maybe. I usually don't sit still not long enough to find out. I usually end up pushing forward to get a better shot, and then by that time it's easier to move on to the next section anyway.
One down!
And in the demo was just the first 4 chapters, or the first 5 chapters, but they cut this one, chapter 4, where it becomes apparent that your main enemies throughout the game are going to be American soldiers. This game probably would not have been greenlit if it was a movie, due to the way the U.S. Army censors stuff that depicts the U.S. Army. I don't know if they would have allowed this to be shown. Then again, you never know. Oh, yeah, be careful in here. It's so easy to accidentally shoot that lady. And the 33rd soldiers are supposed to watch their fire around her. Supposed to, but that guy didn't. Maybe he bugged out, or maybe I'm wrong about that. But I think they are supposed to watch their aim around her because they wanted to highlight the fact that the 33rd doesn't actually want to kill the civilians here. But then again, in the section right before this, they did gun down that guy that was just standing there next to the other soldier. Or maybe I accidentally hit that guy. Anyway, this section, it usually gives me a whole lot of trouble. It went smoothly this time, but normally I have so much trouble here. You just have to stay on this turret a bit and then shoot out the window. More soldiers keep showing up. So what I would recommend is focus your fire on the soldiers as they're coming down, so that way any stray bullets will hit the windows, and then you're gradually dealing damage to the window while keeping yourself and your squad mates safe.
God help us.
Is that all of them?
I think we're clear.
What about the civilians? 33rd get away with any of them?
Yeah, they did.
We'll need a translator to know they're hurt.
What are they saying now?
These people want us gone.
We should get out of here. Leave these people to grieve.
Yeah, I think that's the least we can do. Come on.
You okay, Walker? Been awfully quiet.
Just thinking about our next move.
Want to share your thoughts with the rest of us?
Well, from what we've heard, I'm starting to think the 33rd went to war against itself. Whichever side won, seems they decided to stay here and take over Dubai.
Sounds like a mess.
It is. CIA's been here for God knows how long trying to clean it up.
Long enough to know everything that's going on in the city.
Including what happened to Conrad?
Exactly. If we can make contact with the CIA, then we'll find Conrad.
Oh my God.
What's wrong?
I'm picking up something. You guys need to hear it.
Patch it through.
What is your name and designation?
Agent Daniel, CIA.
Good. Why did you and your men come to Dubai, Lieutenant Daniels?
We're looking for survivors.
Okay. Looks like he's telling the truth. We can begin.
That's enough, Luca.
Yes, sir.
Can you trace the signal's origin?
I already did. It's coming from over there.
Anyway,
At least we know one agent is still alive.
I'm going to call that an episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Spaced Oyster, signing out.